What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a review over the 2019 Hobie Outback. As most of you know, this year's model had a lot of changes, and I'm going to be going over the pros and cons based on my own opinion, because the last few years I've used a Pro Angler, and to me the new Outback's really incorporated a lot of the features of the Pro Angler. So without ado, let's get into it. For some specifications, the new 2019 Hobie Outback is 12 foot 9 inches long, at 34 inches wide, and a very light 85 pounds, versus the Pro Angler, which is 12 foot long at 36 inches wide and a hefty 105 pounds. On the Outbacks is very similar to the Pro Angler with the way they styled the bungees for holding it down. I do really like this. I like how it's curved downward because I can easily put my fish bag on top. The only thing I don't like is they did not install a bucket like the PA has, but as you can see, they did come back and fix the issue with water getting in through the hatch by installing these new gaskets. So the main cockpit area is where they made a lot of the changes for the newer model. They added this really awesome rail system on both sides, including the back as well. You have the H-rail mount with the track mount inside of that. You've got bungees already installed for de-hookers or knives. They also have this nifty little knife slot right here, along with a plier slot. Also have a track system on the outside. And if you're like me and you like to travel light when you go out fishing, you only carry 1 or 2 tackle boxes with you, put it down. Hobie's already installed bungees. Come over, install the track system, and you're set. They also included the hatch box on it as well with the new Outbacks. It's a vertical hatch box with a bottle opener and a catch for your bottles. It does come with a bucket versus the PA that comes with your slips for your tackle boxes. They also installed deck pads that come up evenly, so you have a flat surface to work with. That 34 inches really matters, those 2 extra inches on the PA, when it comes to stability and standing up. And the last thing you want is to trip over something as small as that, and then you're right outside the kayak. So along with all the storage space and your hatch right here and the abundant of track system and mounting, Hobie still found a way to put your tackle webs still in here. I'll throw little lures in there that I need to grab real quick in and out. This model also comes with the Lowrance through-hole system already installed versus my old PA, which I actually had to drill holes. This year also they have the Guardian transducer, retractable transducer. So for those of you that like your side scan transducer mounts and it needs to be on the bottom, it's a really awesome feature to have. Now with this model, the new Vantage seat is 1.5 inches wider than the previous models, which comes in handy, especially when you're moving around. You don't feel as constricted. This is a 4-way adjustable seat. Now versus the PA, which has the actual armrests that come off each side, which are actually pretty comfy. So I'm still undecided on whether or not I like the PA Vantage seat or the Outback Vantage seat. They also made some design changes on these scupper holes. So if you're like me and you like using the live well system, which takes up the back 2 scupper holes, they got 2 more right in front of the seat, so I still have room to put my wheels and I don't have to take my live well out. What I really like they did though was put your rudder control on both sides. With the PA, they made that an option on which side you wanted to put it on, or you had to buy an extra handle. Having this on both sides really helps in the water depending on which side the fish is on and what's going on. The rear of the new Outback looks a lot like the PA, and I'm glad they did this. It really maximizes the room in the rear. This is the V2 live well. I really enjoy this setup, which I'll be doing a review on this live well in another video. Still got your standard 2 rear mount rod holders, but once again with the track system back here in the back, knife holders and also plier holders as well. But then they added these adjustable bungee straps, so you can pick and choose where you want to adjust your bungee to. Really utilizes the best you can with these bungees back here. Allows for a lot of different setups, ice chests, different rod racks, H crates, whatever your preference is on what you want to use. This has probably got to be my favorite feature on the new Outback. I had a lot of issues last year with trying to find storage space to put my cart wheels. Now, Hobie has came out with this little clip, and the way this bungee strap is placed here, you lay your cart wheels down, you pull this up and over the middle railing and back down, your wheels sit back, and your cart is secure, it's out of the way, and it doesn't take up any extra storage space that you might want to use on your kayak. So with this model, you may notice that they did away with the old sail rudder that flipped up and over. And they went more with a PA style retractable rudder that also is spring loaded. So if you hit something, it pops right back up. The rear end also has a PA style handle for gripping. It's real convenient and easy for you to pick this up. Somebody grab the two sides up there and you haul away with it. The only thing I can say I don't like about how this setup works is this is the Hobie block. It's the block you use for mounting and dismounting your kayak to the back of your truck. Without this, the rear rudder will hit the ground and will bend. So you have to have this on here if you want to pick the front end up and put it in the vehicle. Let's not forget about the Hobie Mirage Drive 180. This is a reverse pedal drive. Also easily adjustable. They changed the old clip style on the side to a thumb press. Real easy to adjust in the water, and these clips are really easy to use as well. A lot of people have been ripping these out because they don't have the pedals parallel. If you don't have them parallel, these fins are not supposed to turn backwards. So make sure they're parallel before you start trying to pull on these. Alright guys, that's my pros and cons on the Hobie Outback versus the Hobie Pro Angler. Now let's get it out on the water for a speed and stability test. Right off the bat, going into the wind, no issues. The Outback doesn't feel near as sluggish as the Pro Angler. It's 2 inches narrower, and with that extra 9 inches, they really made the front end of this thing aerodynamic. I'm having no problem going through this water right now. As far as stability goes, it's pretty similar to the Pro Angler. Stand and cast, no problems, moving around, turning. I don't feel like I'm going to fall off this at all. So even pedaling this kayak into the wind on this corner, I don't feel the strain on my legs near as much as I did my PA. That PA really holds a lot of water, and it's like a tank to move. This feels like I'm almost moving nothing. My legs are just freely moving back and forth, which over the course of a long day can make a very big difference. Sorry about the camera shake. I don't know what happened. My extension bar all of a sudden decided to start loosening up. Another really great feature I love on the Outback versus the Pro Angler, or the side bungees for your stakeout pole or your paddle. Pro Anglers have a small clip in the back that allows you to lay the paddle right here next to you, but it really takes up space, and it gets in the way of whichever side you decide to put it on. It gets in the way of that side's cockpit, and you really lose that room. Got one off a tree. Good fish. Right off the tree. Woo. Look at that. First, back up. Nice. Right in the corner of the lip. Oh, look at that. Beautiful fish. Guys, if you've never fished Sheldon Lake, get out here and do so. It may look small on the map, but I have caught my personal best at just over 7 pounds out here about 2 years ago when I first started coming. And it's been good to me ever since. No. Oh. I didn't catch that on my front camera. Great. So I guess I wasn't paying attention and completely missed that entire catch on my front camera. Hopefully the back camera caught it. But as you can see, I was able to get in there, get that fish, back out, no problems. I didn't have to take my paddle out. It's really hands-free. I really enjoy this 180 drive. It makes a world of difference when out here fishing. Today I'm using a Shimano Corrado on a Academy H2O Express rod. I actually broke my American Rodsmith rod in my PA because the rod holders are centered inside the cockpit, and it's really not a good functional location. I know several people that have broken rods trying to use that. One thing to really consider if you're on the fence about what kayak you should buy, not just between which Hobie model, is right now I am in about 3 foot of water and I'm in a lot of moss. I'm able to pedal straight through it with the turbo fins, unlike if I was maybe in a native, which has the rudder system. The propeller system. I'd be at a fixed point, and then from there I'd have a lot of trouble trying to get through this moss, but these turbo fans just pedal right through it. I got an alligator right here looking at me. I saw a fish jump back here in the back. So I'm gonna try and go get him. Yeah, see guys, these alligators don't bother you. He's just sitting right there. Just have to go underwater. Once again, I was moving forward directly at this tree, able to stop, put my kayak right where I want it. Now if I can just put my bait where I want it, it'll be a lot better. There you go. One thing that I forgot to mention or even talk about was the tracking on this vessel. With my PA, I found myself constantly having to adjust the rudder and fish, otherwise the vessel would move in either direction. It didn't track very well. But as you can see, I'm sitting here hands-free, and this kayak is tracking very well. I don't have to adjust the rudder. I'm still going in a straight line the way I intended. No issues. Guys, my opinion, man, I'm stuttering today. Work 12-hour shift, then come and do a kayak review afterwards, right? Smart idea. In my opinion, versus the PA versus the Outback, there's no question about it. Outback is where it's at. It's lighter. It's got all the same features plus more. It's just an all-around versatile kayak versus the PA. The only thing I can see if somebody wanted to get a PA is if they were a heavier set person. I can understand the stability is a little bit better, but in overall versatility, the Outback is the way to go. So guys, like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. I'd like to hear your opinions. If I didn't cover something on the Outback that you would really like to see, let me know. I'll go back over it. My next review will be the V2 Live Well, and until then guys, I'm out.